Hey everyone, Commander Josh Hawkins here, and at the time of sending this broadcast back to you, this is the view from my cockpit, parked just below the icy rings of a massive gas giant sitting inside a planetary nebula with a black hole at its center. I set off on this voyage almost 2 months ago and have committed my time to finding the most beautiful places in the galaxy in order to share them with you back home, so you don't have to jump thousands of light years in order to appreciate all the wonders our Milky Way Galaxy has to offer. While traveling across the galaxy, there's no lack of interesting things to see. I've captured hundreds of hours worth of video, and I'm always looking for new images to share. What I'm sending back to you today are just a few of the sights that I handpicked from the past 2,000 light years worth of travel. It takes an incredible amount of time to travel across the galaxy, as anyone who's ever been to Sagittarius A could tell you. My destination on the opposite side of the galaxy is still going to take me months to reach, and just as long to eventually come home. But places like this are what make it all worth it. Welcome to Exploring the Milky Way Galaxy, Part 6. As part of this transmission, I'm also sending a mission update from my ship's computer in order to preserve some of the data I've collected thus far. According to my ship's logs, I've made 1,377 jumps to reach my current position around 21,000 light-years from Earth. Not including the countless number of rocky and icy planets and moons orbiting the hundreds of gas giants I've discovered, I've performed a detailed surface scan on 1,546 stars and 1,061 planets along the way, only 6 of which have been Earth-like worlds. The majority of worlds I've come across have been metal-rich or high metal content planets, including 55 high metal content planets that were capable of supporting life, although I have also discovered 73 water worlds, 31 of which were terraformable and already hosted primitive life. I'm currently sitting just inside the Norma arm of our galaxy, right next to the galactic bar, and only 8,300 light-years from the supermassive black hole we call Sagittarius A, one of the more popular destinations for long-distance explorers. Although my plan is to bypass the core for now, I'll be sure to pass through on the journey back home. And since my last transmission, I've traveled another 2,000 light-years to a nebula located in the Eord-Prow sector. I'll be broadcasting some images back from inside that nebula during my next transmission before continuing along my way, but I must admit that I've been stuck in an internal debate the past week or so as to which direction I should go. I knew this journey would be a long one, and I've not changed my mind about my goal to travel to the far side of the galaxy, but having recently acquired a new shipmate, I've struggled with what to do about her. On the one hand, she's in stasis and has no idea that she's even been rescued. Considering that I've passed thousands of planets so far with little more than a passing glance, just the sheer luck of my ship having landed on the same planet some 18,000 light-years from Earth boggles my mind. So if I just left her in stasis, she wouldn't know the better. I could continue on my journey, and once I return home, she'd be returned to continue whatever work she had started before her incident. But on the other hand, her mission logs seem to indicate that her mission was of a scientific nature, and perhaps of some importance. But for what purpose, I don't know. I've only been able to decipher a few logs so far, and the time it's taken to do so hasn't really answered any of my questions, and takes quite a bit of time away from what I set out to do. Here's what I've managed to decipher so far.
Commander's log, Day 1. How exciting is this? After weeks of petitioning, the Council has granted me my own Diamondback Explorer. I'm finally going to get to command my own ship. I just have to make a quick pit stop in Maya to outfit my ship with the necessary research equipment. It's only been a day, and I already miss my family and my dogs. But this is important, and I know I can do this. Commander's log, Day 2. I've made it to the Maya system and docked at Obsidian Orbital. Wow, I could have never imagined how amazing the sky would look from inside a nebula. And to think I'm going to see many more of these along the way. I have to send a picture of this back home. Commander's log, Day 3. I've stocked up on supplies, and the ship is now outfitted with the specialized scanners we've been developing at the Cannon Interstellar Research Center. It's hard to believe that this is really happening. It'll be a while before I return home, so I need to make sure that I put my training to good use, and most importantly, make it back in one piece. Commander's log, Day 4. My ship's sensors picked up a strange signal source in HIP 19068. I can't believe this. I think I actually found one of the artifacts. I scooped it up to take a closer look. The technology just doesn't appear human in nature. If I'm going to keep it on board for further study, I'll need to find a way to dampen the noise it makes since I can hear it all through my ship, even with it being in the cargo hold. If my theory is correct, I think the sound it emits could be connected to the...
Whatever she found seems to have caused her a lot of problems, and I got a bad feeling about this. So let's hope my feelings are wrong, since one commander is already short her ship, and I sure don't feel like being stuck out here frozen in a pod. For the time being, I'll keep on with my mission until I could figure out more from her logs. At least her Galnet was updated with much more recent news than my own. One article of interest is about a recently launched massive expedition named Distant Worlds set out to map the far side of the galaxy. Fortunately, there was a list of waypoints for the expedition, and I may attempt to meet up with them at some point. With any luck, I might be able to transfer her escape pod to one of the commanders who isn't up for the full journey, and have her on her way back home sooner. I hope you liked this video, and please leave your comments below to let me know what you think should happen to Commander Josh Hawkins and Commander Shannon Day. Please click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to find out what happens next. This is Commander Josh Hawkins, signing off.